Стрим пошел. Отлично. Отлично. Так, все. Стрим пошел. Так, отлично. В принципе, всем привет. В основном с мной, как обычно, я, Андрей. Так, все. Стрим пошел. Так, отлично. Себя слышу. В общем-то, с вами снова, как обычно, я, Андрей. Сегодня мы с вами будем продолжать проходить игру Noire, Лос-Анджелесский Нуар. Вчера я сам себя послушал на стриме, и было слишком тихо меня слышно, поэтому сейчас я, собственно говоря, немножко повышу себя микрофон. И, собственно, немножко, опять же, убавлю звук, потому что, звук очень было громко слышно, а вот самого меня ни хрена. Вот 41. Нормально, поехали. Решил сегодня, опять же, запустить стрим в 3, как и вчера. Но вчера это как бы сначала была проверка, а потом, вы помните. А в этот раз я решил запустить стрим пораньше. То есть, как и вчера. В принципе, довольно-таки много народу смотрело, поэтому я решил продолжить. Самому мне игра понравилась, и я, как я вам уже сказал, хотел ее уже давно пройти. Вчера мы с вами прошли 6 заданий. Одно последнее, которое у нас машина консула была, это было дополнение. То есть у нас еще будут несколько... То есть у нас сейчас будет уже как бы сюжетное, и потом у нас как бы будет опять дополнение. Вот, то есть у нас сейчас будет брак заключенный на небесах задание. Помните, там мужика сбили. Вот. Будем сегодня исследовать. Перейдем, но в общем-то посмотрим. Посмотрим. Так что вы пишите, если вам игра нравится, то я буду продолжать, конечно же, потому что мне самому игра тоже понравилась. Ну а мы начинаем наше прохождение. Я буду как можно поменьше говорить, так как
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want...
Так, я опять же... Вот как бы, знаете, когда я говорю, я сам себя громко слышно, понятно, да? Но почему-то на самом стриме меня плохо слышно. Давайте, наверное, вот так вот.
Put him down to one round.
Что сделал погромче?
I need a drink. I got the goddamn.
Качанные, открытые для доступа дела,
I've seen people like you, but I had to pay admission.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
I don't want to be rude, but I ain't got time for talk.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges, and Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She's suffering enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes her.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body.
I ended on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Ну, как мы видели в ролике. Ну, ваш удар от машины, это серьезно. Качество можно плохо чувствовать февраля, очень предварительно согласие получить сумму вашей весенней страховки.
Patterson has life insurance.
Риск выставления на имя вас Don't Hope 3, 182, обучение делу.
We can notify next of kin. What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers. Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Body traveled a good 20 feet. This blood is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell. So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
He's all yours, detective.
knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife. Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first 3 letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were 2 voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Известный психотерапевт обещает настоящий прорыв в психиатрии. Погнали, давай.
Courtney.
Courtney,
Come in. Have a seat.
Садись.
Thanks.
Спасибо, доктор.
How are you finding working
Как
at the
тебе
clinic?
работать в клинике?
It's,
Ну, в общем,
fine.
нормально.
Are you sure?
Can I be
Я
honest
могу
with
с
you,
вами
Doctor?
откровенен, доктор.
I would hope so,
Именно этого
Courtney.
я хочу, Кортни.
I was hoping
Я
that
надеюсь,
the
что
therapy would
терапия
be
будет
more
более
beneficial.
результативной.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long term.
So many of the patients here are addicts,
зависящих от
Doctor.
наркотиков, доктор.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney.
Годами, Кортни.
In the past,
Раньше они были
these
обращены
people
в
were
психиатрические
condemned
лечебные.
to sanatoriums. If we can
Если мы
reveal
найдем
the
корень
root of the
проблемы, то
problem,
сможем помочь им.
then we have a chance to help them.
And
А до тех
until
пор
then, they
их будут
stay
накачивать
sedated.
снотворным.
Do I detect a
Пытался
hint
ли
of
это-
reproach, Courtney?
Ты это осуждаешь, Кортни?
I was expecting more,
Я ожидал
Doctor.
большего, доктор.
I'm sorry.
Простите, не хотел вас
I don't mean to
критиковать.
criticize.
Part of being a
Если хочешь
physician,
быть
Courtney,
хорошим врачом, Кортни,
is learning to
учись
be
терпению.
patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their
Многие
addictions are
препаратов
illegal.
незаконны.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface
Просто на
appear
первый
to be
взгляд кажется
illegal
незаконным, в итоге
is actually
оборачивается
of benefit to society at large.
Ага.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thank you.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. He was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah, Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No, he came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
I think I've seen it all.
Including the
Stop, we're here.
And the Los Angeles Inquisitor.
If olive oil comes from olives, where does baby oil come from?
Так, а у нас типа, ну, как же без этого? Как же без этого?
So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
She could be in shock. I saw some people do some strange things.
war. Everybody's
Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work. You don't think, Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
Try making it to the next intersection without killing anyone. You do that for me?
Any central unit. 459 with possible suspects inside at 829 South Olive. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
You got that safe open yet, or what?
Your girlfriend is looking over my shoulder again. I swear she says one more word.
Honey, it's best if you let him work. Floyd, you better hurry up. That was a hell of a crash we made getting in.
LAPD, hands up, all of you! Jesus! Jake, Morty, come and blast this cop!
They're upstairs. Upstairs! This wasn't my idea, mister.
You keep an eye on her.
Give it up, LAPD!
Подозреваемый убит, давай. То есть ее еще убивать нельзя. Кого ты чё?
Any central unit. 459 with possible suspects inside at 829 South Olive. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
You got that safe open yet, or what?
Your girlfriend is looking over my shoulder again. I swear she says one more word.
Honey, it's best if you let him work. Floyd, you better hurry up. That was a hell of a crash we made getting in.
LAPD, hands up, all of you! Jesus! Jake, Morty, come and blast this cop!
They're upstairs. Upstairs! This wasn't my idea, mister.
You keep an eye on her.
Give it up, LAPD!
LAPD, out of the car, lady.
Да. Талбот. Ну, кстати, надо будет потом по спрятанным машинам, кстати, поездить. Тут какой-то корт.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Walker? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. Kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk.
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crack games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit-and-run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Reminds you to check with your local real estate agent for exclusive homes reserved for our soldiers. New homes beginning at
933 South Broadway. Any center unit able to handle identified? Progress, 933 South Broadway. Any center unit able to handle identified?
Car 11 King responding. Go ahead.
Now remember, you call the cops and I'll hunt you down. Got me?
Too late, asshole.
God damn it!
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Get up there after him, Phelps.
What the hell? That's a wheel all over again.
Feds are on the way. Cease at the city.
А, ну мы сейчас с вами повернем. Сейчас на повороте.
Are you blind?
Going to church doesn't make you any more Christian than standing in a garage makes you a car.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Oxymoron for you.
You know, we might get there quicker if you use the siren.
Это ж тут вроде близко, да? Блять, но это вот прям вот как вот специально. А, тут еще можно посмотреть, видите, даже можно посмотреть информацию об этом здании. То есть такой типа башни-близнецы городского архива, построена в готическом стиле. Это разве тут башни-близнецы? Ладно. Ну, поехали, что тогда опять и честно.
11K, go ahead KGPL.
Car 11K, you see the security guard at 459 there now. 536 South Figueroa Street at Holscher's Textiles. 4 male suspects believed still in the building. Code 2.
Where the hell have you been? 4 punks been helping themselves to the suits.
Oswald Jacobs, you work here?
Goddamn right I do. I've been watching the place for 10 years, waiting for something like this.
Calm down. Show us to the suspects.
You go first. How about I back you up?
Throw out the guns.
I'll be right behind you, Phelps.
Car 11K. Shots fired and suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I'll need an ambulance at 536 South Figueroa Street, Holscher's Textiles. Also notify a supervisor and the coroner.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner, and I'll notify your supervisor. All units, 11K advises code 4 on the shooting at Holscher's Textiles. The suspects are down. Code 4.
Ну, блин, конечно, вот такие вот у нас как раз наглые женщины. А я говорю, я не вижу смысла заезжать к этому.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand jury.
Nice of you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
Too late, Sabo.
Oh my God!
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
You stay back! I'll ice this one, I don't care.
Put the weapon down now.
Help me!
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Еще одно дело пройдено.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Да, мы молодцы. Ну, это да, это да. Я к нему не ездил. Но все равно, как бы, так уж и быть, мы его простили.
Phelps, Bukowski. B-Cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there, see what you can find out. Go on! Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
The nerve, some people.
I swear the more vent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe it. Calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
You hear whether they're making any progress?
Well, Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough being murdered like that without having to death. Strewn all over the front pages.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get him. Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Fraser from 6 West 2nd Street.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
All right. Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Hands behind
Get
your
brake
head.
pads on him, Phelps. I'll call it in.
Why did you run from us?
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with two tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive. You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
If this is a forgery, it's top-notch. This will need to be traced. You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
You better give us something, Cliff, or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky-backy in the glove compartment.
How much, Cliff?
1 reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble. Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me! I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Bag his possessions as evidence, and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, Detective.
You know who my father is?
We need to get to Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's story.
You know what? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most...
Положение где-то, ёпта, положение где-то будет через час, поэтому приходите, а пока что небольшая пауза. Всем спасибо за просмотр, до скорой встречи через час.